The role of the Red Cross, as I think it was General Pershing said, is to bind up the wounds of a bleeding world. You can look at the history of this country in different periods of time, whether it is during the First World War or the Second or later. The Red Cross was there to help in a time of need.
From the volunteers to the staff to the community, the shared sense of humanitarian spirit, I think, is what drives the Red Cross.
Celebrating 90 years, the American Red Cross of Nassau County gives selflessly and consistently to the Long Island community, bringing relief to those who suffer and protecting life and health here on Long Island and abroad.
I was with the American Red Cross, and I was deployed to Montgomery, Alabama, to assist the aid in the victims of Katrina.
I was at the Red Cross on September 11th, 2001, working to get the message out to the community, what was needed most urgently at Ground Zero.
We are part of a network, of notification network, so that once an alarm goes out that something happened, we're aware of it right away. DAT teams are activated immediately. We look to provide relief to the victims, whether of a fire or victims of any type of event where people are displaced, they're out of their homes, they've lost what they've had.
Nassau County has just over 700 volunteers. They are the most dynamic, spiritual, powerful, wonderful group of people that we've ever encountered.
I can't tell you what a good feeling it is when a Red Cross truck pulls up and we throw a blanket over someone's shoulders and give them a hot cup of coffee and say, what do you need? And we give them money to buy clothing and shoes and food and put them up in hotels and just give them a hug. And so many people will just hug us back and say, thank you, thank God you're here.
Through financial support from elected officials, foundations, and schools, the Nassau County Red Cross created the Community Needs Initiative. This initiative fosters youth leadership, connects hundreds of youth with their communities, and provides job skills that will create opportunities for girls and boys.
Thing is going to be at her elbow, the elbow that is in trouble.
This will help them throughout their entire lives. Out of this group of youngsters, somebody's going to come down and take a Red Cross course, and they're going to go on and they're going to become an instructor and teacher.
It makes you feel better, so you know that someone's safe.
I came back to Red Cross because I feel like it's just a little more intense CPR course.
Here, bend them over. These are the shoulder blades.
If I ever have to be in a situation, I know that I can react calmly, quickly, and efficiently to make the right decision and to make sure that I can really help somebody and not hinder the situation, and maybe save somebody's life.
When I first heard about the Red Cross, it was they said it was a community service, and I was like, oh, that's good. I want to be a part of it. And then so it was so much more.
On Thanksgiving, we donated baskets to families who can't afford dinners. When you see the smile on somebody's face when they get their food, knowing that they didn't know where this meal was going to come from, it's like the greatest feeling.
Really, our focus, besides responding to emergencies and providing relief in disaster, is to bring our developmental programs to our county's youth. These youth are going to be the volunteers of the future.
I've learned how to react in critical situations, how to CPR, first aid, what to do in an emergency, how to save lives.
The instructors are great, so they just work with you and it becomes second nature.
While I'm doing it, I feel really good because you get good exercise. It's great for college.
I came in here and pretty much nobody was from my school, and I got along with everybody really quickly, so it's just been really easy to work with them.
I get a job right after this, that's great.
Red Cross is known throughout the world, so it's pretty cool to be a part of that.
Thinking globally but acting locally, the Red Cross of Nassau County is often the only link between service members and their families. Today, the Red Cross continues to provide assistance to our servicemen and women during times of war and of peace.
I was stationed in Okinawa, Japan, and I got a call from the Red Cross saying that my aunt had went into the hospital. And when I got there, the lady at the Red Cross, she had talked to me, and they had already bought my plane ticket for me to go home. It's pretty much a sigh of relief to know that you have people like the Red Cross that help service members out in that situation.
Through the Red Cross Holocaust Tracing Program and an International Red Cross network, our Nassau County chapter helps reunite local families with loved ones.
It was during World War II. The communists came in and took my mother and her parents and put them in the camps, and took her two brothers and put them in cattle cars up to Siberia. And the war ended and neither one knew that the others had survived. My mother died accidentally and we were put in a foster home and never allowed to talk about our heritage ever since. So when I got to be late 40s, I wanted to know who Mom and Dad were. Somebody told me, go to the Red Cross, they will help you find your parents. And within a year, I got a fax to my office here in Manhasset saying they had found my mother's two brothers who had been looking for her for like 40 some odd years. The real emotion of it is I had finally made a true connection. My mother's brothers, they were alive, I could ask questions. But then it hit you in the head. I have lost 50 years with these people and the stories and the heritage and life. What do I feel about the Red Cross? I'm shocked at how they can connect me to people on the other side of the world. It's amazing and it's wonderful, and I'm forever in debt.
The Nassau County Red Cross is making a difference every single day in the quality of life for Nassau County residents. The financial support of the community is essential to any not-for-profit charitable organization. If the community doesn't support the organization will not be successful in fulfilling its mission.
It's a great chance for me and the Islanders to step up and to really help those kids. And we're really lucky. You realize how lucky we are as a player. There's a lot of people that are not as lucky as we are. So if I can step up with the Islanders and help the Red Cross make those lives a little easier, I'll do it for sure.
Red Cross saves lives. And isn't that ultimately the most important thing?
The Nassau County Red Cross would like to thank our sponsors, Weiser LLP and Lappinson Wealth Management Group of Wachovia Securities, for their generosity and support.